Hey, good morning, guys. It's Luke. Hope you guys are doing wonderful, having a wonderful day. We have Simon with us today. Yesterday we were not streaming on YouTube, but we were streaming on Discord. So I hope you guys did join our Discord. If you're not in the Discord, please join it, because if we're not streaming here, we're streaming there. Yesterday we want to take a day off from YouTube, so we did it on Discord. Today we resume as per usual. Okay, so I'm shifting my screen to silent. And you should be able to hear him and see his screen. Hey, Silent.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Good morning. We can hear you, brother.
What is up, everyone? We
What up?
opening up kind of quiet this morning. Not really any crazy moves yet. I don't see any news on my calendar either. Do we have any news this morning, anyone? There's an FOMC member speaking at 11:30. Is that true? That's still true?
Yeah, I have the same
And
on
then
my
we
trucks,
got-
actually. No
We've
news.
got a press briefing by the White House press secretary at 1 o'clock as well. So I would be interested at 11:30 and 1 o'clock for those times to give us our biggest moves of the day. But for this morning, we're going to be looking for just a standard first presentation trade. Let me look at the 1 hour. I've been targeting 356 to 414 for a while now, and I believe we could try and run up into there today. Those levels are from the weekly chart. It's just this. There's a volume balance right here, which is in the upper portion of the wick from the 24th of March weekly candle. Nothing else really interests me on the lower time frames since yesterday. We've got a rally, took out this high here, closed above the rejection block, and spent time consolidating in this area. So that we should, in an ideal world, we'll see it try and break up and out toward 356. The speed in which we get there is heavily dependent on if we can get a candle closure in the next 25 minutes above the midpoint of this wick. So if we can close at 10 a.m. At or above 260, that would be pretty comfortable at getting along up into 356. Nothing really that important from the lower time frames. We have the new day opening up here. I took 6 o'clock open and 4 o'clock, 4:15, 4:14 close. So I've made the new day opening gap a little bit bigger. We have our midnight opening range, which overlaps with previous day's range. All the bodies stayed on top of that range on the 15-minute chart. You can see no candle closures inside this range after we got this rally in the pre-market. Coming above the 260 level is very good. Let's see how long they can keep it like that for us. If we can get that closing above here going into 10 o'clock. this array up here would be something I would be interested in seeing price support it. It certainly did. Right on the open, we rallied and have our first presentation for array up here now. May not hit the first presentation this morning. Well, I'll just wait and see what we get because there's not even one printed on the other two indices yet, so I don't want to get too excited. My bot's actually already long this. It's already in. It entered on the 936 candle. So long. Oh. I think it'd be better to wait until we get to 10 o'clock. I would prefer a nicer and more defined first presentation survey than this morning to trade off of. So. But we'll see what we get. So, how are we doing this morning? Has anybody traded already in the pre-market?
My trading view subscription ended, so I have delay as the other trade.
Crap. Looks got delay, and Cameron commented in the Discord. He hasn't traded this morning yet either. Hopefully we'll find something nice to trade this today. I feel confident. I think it'll be a pretty good day. And start this doing quick while we wait. And wait until as close to 950 as I can. I'm opening myself to start trying to trade the 35 to 45 window, time window. I'm opening myself to trade that because that's in my price reading. It seems like that's mainly where the entries are if they're not on the macro. So they're like right in the middle of the hour. But I want to watch it a little bit more closely now, since I'm considering to start trading off of it. today, the bot that we've been working on actually, they recognized that there was a volume imbalance on the top of the first presentation fair value gap, and it longed at 937, so it's very interesting. It literally longed the alpha there. Now, I'm not looking at price now to see if it's still rallying, but it's still, it offered a pretty good trade off of it with that one candle. Okay. Yeah, we got a little small rally. Closed right on top of the constant encroachment there. Rallied up to 3/4. Dropped it back down. And now we're overlapping this buy side imbalance, which is the same area as our first presentation on the 1 minute. So let's be careful here and not fall in love with either direction just yet. Although I do want 356 today. I'm not gonna, be upset if the market fails to perform. Okay, because if anything, we can come back and target 118. But the way that it's rallied, and every single impulse move that we get up, it comes down and sweeps to the lows. We get another impulse swing, it comes down. Equilibrium, sweeps to the low, rally. Came back almost 80% of that move, and then we're like sputtering out on this rally here. You see how this and this and this, they were all either a single candle, or it was a nice strong series of close candles. It's definitely petering out today, so it's like we can tell that the momentum is definitely slowing down, unless, like we were watching for, if that candle closes above that weight constant encroachment, it should, try and send us higher, but we'll just see what we get when we get there. We can have a quick look across other indices. You can. Sorry, I'm have hiccups this morning or something. We can see how, if we take a look at the other three indices, we're not really, diverging, right? We're still, and we're still pretty good correlation. Even though the Dow and the ES slapped a little bit lower, so it's low relative to the Nasdaq. It's still we still followed the logic, rallying and then dropping. Even though the Nasdaq did a higher high here, by the time that the New York opened at 9:30, we got back in line with each other. So not really too scared or concerned with how deep the Dow is going or how deep the ES is going. I'm more so wanting to see the Nasdaq be the stronger one today because it did not get such a deep close below. Okay. See how much cleaner the Nasdaq is respecting this hourly, 15-minute fair value gap in comparison to the Dow or the ES. There seems to be a lot more sloppy markets today. Whether that be a sign that okay, the YM is super weak, and I don't even know where it would go, all the way under here maybe. But we don't really have to concern ourselves with that until it strongly rejects this volume balance. The jaggedness at the lows is it's not really making me feel as if that would be the target, right? But we'll see. The market structure is definitely, it's quite ugly. Definitely more difficult to read on the YM. But the general theme across the board is that it's jagged at the lows. Okay. And why is it more jagged at the lows? Because for me, it's seeing how deep the wicks go lower. You see that? Every time we are making the drop, it's got such a big wicks down here. It's doing real damage on lower time frame traders or people who move their stop loss way too fast. And on the top side, there's really they're not like digging into it like that, right? The candles are rallying and it's closing near the high of the wick. The wicks are smaller at the highs in relation to how long they are on the lows. See that? And that's across the board for every indice. But check this out. Yeah, on the way lower yesterday. Look at those wicks to the upside. See that? See those wicks? Very large wicks to the upside, but look at those. The bodies are, the wicks to the downside on this, they're not as large as they were to the upside in retrospect. I mean, as they are today. The wicks, have been largely wicky on the downside and left smooth bodies to the upside. But let's see what we get as we progress. We're hitting the macro now. We have 8 minutes to get a closure above our 260 level. If we don't close above the midpoint of this 7 o'clock wick high in this candle, it's okay, but it's definitely telling us that we shouldn't demand anything too quickly for the day, okay? Or we shouldn't demand, the market to move cleanly for us, right? It's not going to do a low resistance liquidity run if it can't even get a candle closure above the constant encroachment of this doji. Like it looks like a news wick, right? Across the board, it looks like there is news here. It swept high and low. And what have we been doing ever since that? We're inside the range, right? So we haven't even breached the 7 o'clock candle on all three of the indices. And price can't even get a closure above 260 yet. So it's definitely not telling you that it's super bullish to long it just yet. And it's not telling you it's shortable yet. So we just got to sit on our hands for a little bit longer, okay? And, I like the smooth bodies up here. But I'm seeing, if we could just stay inside the range that we've created, yesterday, if we have an inside day today, we can work with this liquidity at 117 for the downside and not need a breakout. I'm just saying that now because of the wickiness at the highs and all it's working May 8th buy side liquidity pool. Okay. Across the board, we're working that. We couldn't even reach it on the ES. This is where we want to turn around on a lower time frames. If we're going to be bullish at all today, we've already came back to the opening price, the 8 o'clock candle, and it's violating it on the other two indices. This needs to be strong here, otherwise it's not looking so hot to get a rally right off the open. Okay, it's gonna be a bit more stalling, a little bit more spidering. The Dow is looking a little bit more cleaner to sell, I guess. It's gone deeper, but I don't know if I would trust this survey yet. Like I said on the Dow, we need to get a closure above that 15-minute volume amount, which is just right here in this area. So in order to stay bullish and close above the 15-minute volume balance, it will have to overlap and invert that sell side imbalance on the 5-minute. So that's what makes this a questionable sell. Yeah, definitely across the board though. I have preferences for the NASDAQ. We're above May 2nd high on the Dow and the NASDAQ, but it's struggling to get above it on the ES. Let's see if there's a first presentation yet. Really? There's literally nothing obvious here. Okay. It's telling us something. It's most likely telling us. Yeah. There's gonna be a disruption here across the first presentation. So we have these. Well, that's even weirder. We got this one on the ES. So it's in a different spot for all three of them. So let's just watch a little bit and let it cook. My daughter's just now waking up, so I'm gonna go get her. I'll be right back.
Hey, what up, guys? He will be back soon. Look at this market, bro. It's insane. This market is insane, guys. I hope you guys are not trading right now. On NQ, it does look bullish, though. Do we have S&Ps?
Ranging like all day today. Everything's been ranging.
I don't have data to trade, bro. I'm stuck even if I wanted to. Hmm. Stupid shit. Oh. Let's wait for still on.
Alright, I'm back. Let's see. We got some respect of that first presentation on the dial. Going back to the summer. Respecting the midpoint on the NASDAQ. Cool. Couldn't get a closure about that work yet, but it is looking a little bit better. Lower time frames. It's just taking longer to work through that wick. I would have really liked. One good thing is the respect of this survey up here from the 5 minute that we've been watching. So, nobody's close below the midpoint of that. If I can get a retest of the 256 level, I'm going to take a long. Okay. I'm real close to it. Oh, I mean, it hit it exactly to the low, but it didn't even. It did one of them top step X glitches. Let's go ahead and enter in with 5 macros, and if it dips down one more time, we can add back in. But let's go and let it ride, and let's see. The reason why I'm wanting to enter here, go ahead and enter here, is because we've already respected this in the splice permit, and we're also at the constant encroachment at higher time frame wick. So if we can start eating through it, I don't want it to spend very much time here. I want it to overlap that range and rally from it. So if we're going to do anything good, we need to get up to the midpoint of that wick and stay strong. A bit of a mohawk, this volume balance here, but needs to pick up some strength. That was going to get a stop out. It's moving crazy like it does have some news behind it, but it's all right. And add 5 more to this position and move my stop loss just under that recent swing low that was created. Interesting that was just a deep wick to the downside manipulation move. And since it's already worked under there, the only reason it would need to go back and do anything with this volume balance again is if we're wrong, or it's going to consolidate for a long time. I'll take 5 off at this rejection block here at 76. Anywhere from 72 to 76 is good. Okay, I'm taking 5 off. Let's let it ride at 356, baby. Okay. We can move that stop loss basically to break even now. We do not want it to come back to the low of the first presentation, regardless. So if we're gonna be bullish today, we basically got the perfect entry. Barring, buying all the way down here. Okay, this is like the best case entry that we could have got with utilizing the first presentation fair value gap. Buying this, down here is just icing on the cake. You don't have to get that. We saw that happened, and it came back up into first presentation. We bought that, right? We got our support here. We got the confirmation we need to see that this is likely just a wiki move to the downside as a final retest to this 725 fair value gap, and we should support first presentation from there. See that respect? Look at this. Staying above constant encroachment. Even if we, okay, it is a little kind of wonky if we extend it to the upside. So I'll move it back down so it looks cleaner, okay? It looks more, it looks like it's respecting a little more if we ignore that upside volume balance, which for the mini contract, there's one on the upside and on the bottom, but there's not one here on the micro, and it looks cleaner like that, so let's just leave it like that. I don't like that. I don't like that it's closed like a doji like that. It needs to immediately start rallying here, because it's a longer wick doji to the downside. So if they want to, they can come down and retest the middle of the wick. But it's better if they ignore this completely and come right back to this one. Work this balance price range here instead of relying on this, because this is manipulation. Okay. Well, we tried. I don't think it's gonna be a morning that we should try and trade, honestly. That is just not something you want to see. Okay. So we took our stop at break even, we protected ourselves, and they're working the long doji wick that we just put in on the 10:05 candle. Let's let them attempt to rally one more time, but I'm not gonna fall in love with it. In order for this to be good, we should, in my opinion, it should not have been to that. If it respects the content correction of the first presentation here, I may take one more entry, but that'll be it. Yeah, I don't like that. Let's look up 15 minutes. Let's give it a chill. Okay. Let's give it a chill. Even if it rallies now without us, we can't be tempted to do anything with it until it clears up for us. Yeah, is that good for you? How about let's cook you something for breakfast? I get myself a dollar something real quick, and we'll come back and reassess. Hope you guys can understand why we're locking up and taking the high road of this price action instead of letting it try and troll us. So what's good about locking up for 15 minutes here is we're 2 minutes before 10:15. So in 15 minutes, it would be just before 10:30, which is our next opportune time to trade. Anybody else locking up with me? You better lock up. Don't attempt to trade it. I'm not even looking at the chart, but what the hell it's about to be. Yeah. 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 There's no rhyme or reason for what's going on with the first presentation yet. So does that make sense to try and get ahead of the yeah. Yes, sir. You're thinking about the market. Let's go. Magnum jumps. He's not gonna tell us now. You're gonna make him. Yeah. I'm gonna wash your hands. That's the volume balance. Yeah. I wish there was a way for us to test that scenario. Yeah. 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 I mean, it could be bearish. So, I was about to say, to be fair, the first presentation, was cool. I'm not even. I'm also kind of wonky biased because I was about to say that what's interesting is the bot. It actually longed at 935 to 45 in that window, but it's shorted. It shorted the 950 to 1010 window. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, if it drops down to 185 at its target. Yeah. It did turn to a clean short, to be fair, but it's not the market. Not really the market all that strong. Yeah. There we go. It just hit the new opening. Yeah. Are you catching is it standard deviations of the fair value gap or yeah? Watch out at that. Yeah. The bot shorted. That's you had the bot hooked up to it? Heck yeah. Yeah, it should have hit then. It hit the new opening gap. Um, that's good. Yeah, that is awesome, bro. You want some broccoli? Maybe is back. You lost the account today? I told y'all to lock out. What's happening? Oh, that's what it was at 7. That's why it was at 7 a.m. Trump tweeted at 7. What did he say? But what did he say? Bro, what the fuck? I'm telling y'all he's fucking us. I'm telling y'all. Yo, we were just talking about that yesterday. Like, he's going crazy with the terrorists. Wasn't it, I can't remember if it was over the weekend or it was after the market where he's like, they said they were working on a trade deal. He said, I'm not changing the tariffs at all. And now today he's like dropping it. Crazy. You're in a Trump market. This is not Biden's market anymore, man. Brother's eating steak on our fucking first presentation. Stop who? Oh. Are you paid by them to say that? Did they say that they're gonna pay you extra if you refer someone? Yeah, I mean, yeah, you should. Get a fucking code, bro. Fuck it. Luke's gonna email him and get the code if you don't. Mayhem, why are you on the 5-second chart? Bro, we're trying to turn over a new leaf. This marriage is just dumping. But what's gonna happen when Trump tweets again? Can he send it 356 for us? No, it didn't. It didn't have to. Let's go. Legends unite. The drought was clean, but the lead up to it was ugly. All they had to do was rally 356. Why couldn't they do that for me? No, they don't love me enough. Hey, Anna, will you turn that down? It's too loud. You can turn it up a little bit. That good? Yeah. Is reducing the tariffs not bullish? Is that not bullish? It does, Mayhem. You don't even know what you're talking about. Shut up. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, tell him shut up, bro. I'm just trolling, Mayhem. I'm just trolling. That's a whole entirely different PDA rate, Mayhem. Exactly. There's a first presented Sibby and a first presented Bissy, Mayhem. Get your facts straight before you start yammering on about the FP. You don't even know what you're talking about. Yeah, do you see that shit, Cameron? Oh, you already know. Cameron, you're locked in. I was watching the first presented fair value gap after 831 as well. Or I was watching 831 candle this morning too. The ORI model caught 100 points today, Mayhem. Don't even trip, dog. Yeah. It was a skill issue. It was a skill issue for me. I just suck. Yeah. It's a skill issue. I'm talking about for me. I could have got that short, but I locked that instead. I don't look at that. I'm just trolling, man. I'm just. If it was a no-brainer, why don't you call it out? You're lecturing me? You could have gave us all profits. I'm just messing with you, Mayhem. It's okay. You don't gotta call it out. Yeah, I'm not enigma enough to know that it's gonna manipulate. No, because when it started breaking down, it respected the contour crutchman of the first presentation fair value gap perfectly and started dumping. We got 150 points from that. 100. I think Mayhem might have Enigma. Yeah, I think only Mayhem was the perfect trade today. I'm your liquidity. Mayhem, I need to capture $1,000 today. Can you give me a signal then? Mayhem, I need a signal from Mayhem. Is the Enigma today? Right, moment sell. It's a 100-point down candle in an hour. Let's sell the bottom right. I think he said Enigma. And trying to tweet bullish. Can he bullish us? I don't know if I want to. I would like the inauguration. If we can go back to inauguration price action, that'd be good. Why are your feet dirty? Mayhem, go to jail. You've been causing me anxiety. Turn yourself in. Yo, no, you guys can really go to jail for no TV license. I'm about to say, why can't you guys just watch YouTube or something? Like, you need a license for Netflix, or is it like cable? Like, It's you only gotta pay a license for the BBC though, right? Or is it like all the? Ooh. The integrity of the British people are so far, dude. They're like, oh, okay, you're in. That's awesome. Yeah, I want to live in a high trust society. They're going home to fight? That's what you said? That's awesome, bro. Do they get in trouble if they don't, or are they just doing it because they're patriotic for their country? That's fine. Nah, bro, I've been seeing some unhinged ass memes with that shit. That's how. That's good. Bro, no, have you guys seen that video where they're like arguing and they're like, fuck you, no, fuck you, bitch, fuck you, bitch. Like back and forth. That's what was but yeah, they did that audio over them fighting in the jets, bro. It's so unhinged. Let's go downstairs. Man, it's so scary. The first day, yeah. Maybe their grids are just down and just, I don't know, maybe they don't have Wi-Fi or. I'd be in shock too, not gonna lie. I pray it doesn't happen over here, but I think bad things are coming. Mayhem would never fight us, bro. He did. Bro, Mayhem couldn't even win yeah, he couldn't even win celebrity boxing against Silent. What you? Is it $100 worth of credits, or are they gonna actually send you money? Ooh. Bro, I mean, you're in bougie, so you don't. I mean, you wipe your ass with $100. I don't think you would even need it. But that's nothing for you, Richie Rich. You don't even need that $100. Come on. But you're so consistent, bro. You're very consistent with your. Yeah. He's a money making machine. He's a. Yeah. He manipulated the market on our first presentation trade, and it's like, oh, well, it was obviously a short. He was in there hooking this up. It was difficult today. He's not talking to us right now. He's probably locked in. Yeah. And I made money on loans off the first presentation. It manipulated that level completely. It went all the way to the rejection block. Yeah, it did it was that drop there was inducement, and then we got longed, induced on longs, and then it finally broke down for the true move. Dang, man, this is like too good for us. Can you give me a play, Mayhem? I need money. Yeah, send me another play. Yeah, I would do the video. I don't see nothing wrong with doing the video. The video is legit. You know, nothing wrong with the video. I would do it. Yeah. Bro, you're gonna be featured on their website. You're gonna turn into the face of TPT. Bro, what if they could, you know, start using you as the mascot and you can make some real bread. He's about to dox himself for $100. Yeah. Heck yeah. But yeah, man. Why is it only costing me like $1 or something? It's like He's so goofy. I'm not. Why? All he does is OT on the hourly. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he just getting the low hanging fruit. You guys think he gets like special treatment or something from Apex then? Oh. Yeah. That is so lame. Let's go. I just hit a target on my long. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that. I think it's chill, but yeah. They pay out big. Look at that fucking $4 billion. Yeah, they paid out $4 million that month actually. I don't. Sorry. Yeah. Man, if dude didn't post that, he probably would have been still stuck. Yeah, go to Top Step. No, I'm just kidding. You can finally afford Top Step. Let's go. Yeah. Anyone in longs? We caught a nice long. 30 points. Take like 2 weeks off after you get them open. Just take a chill. Don't